Hello, hello. This is Gamers Incorporated back for another feature-length film. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Fuck, this is Hollywood. I'm in the Kuma. Playing some Warships. That's right. I said it. Kuma. What, you got something against Kuma? Oh, fuck you. Huh? What you got against Kuma? Nothing. You shouldn't have anything against Kuma because it's beautiful shit. We got our friendly Congo. We have a Zuiho. They have two Langleys. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. It's gonna be fun and interesting, and it's gonna be an experience. I'm not good at this game. Disclaimer. I've already recorded 2 matches prior in 2 different ships. Both ended in failure. So, if you see me die because I suck, or because I'm doing something that you think I should be doing, shut up. Because I know I suck. I've taken that into high consideration. I'm not very good at this game, but I have a lot of fun playing it. I love playing it with a group of friends. You might hear them every once in a while if I decide that I want to record while I'm talking to them. So it'll be me and you experience. Okay, yeah, sound good? Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, I've got this thing all dolled up with some camo and some flags, nice and pretty. Beautiful ship. Just before the Furutaka, which is like in my eyes detected. In my eyes, that's the first Japanese like cruiser. That's like, just get my fighter plane up here because it looks like those torpedo bombers are getting close, and I could always do some damage to them. It's like the first one that actually looks like an actual cruiser, like the Furutaka, like the Cleveland and the Furutaka. And no, actually, the Elba and the Cleveland are like the first cruisers. In my opinion, I think they look the best by far. So yeah. Oh my. Okay, so we've all got our fighter aircraft hunting that torpedo squadron down. Okay, good. Yeah, that's the nice thing about cruisers is that they have those extra fighter aircraft, which are quite nice, if I do say so myself. What's that? That's a Minakaze. We should all be scared. Those torpedoes hurt, and you won't know when they're coming. Thank goodness we're all cruisers, and we're all light cruisers, which is good and bad. Yes, it's good because it allows us to have the maneuverability of, I guess, a heavy destroyer. But yeah. I like my light cruisers. I like them a lot. Oh, that Omaha just ate a beautiful Minakaze torpedo. Ow. That's all I can say is ow, because I've had my run-ins. The Minakaze will appear at random. Happens a lot more than you think. The thing will just pop in and out like that, like in and out of smoke, and I mean you'll see it, and that's the last thing you'll probably see is that there's a Minakaze, because they're so sneaky. Like they're one of the most sneaky ships in this game by far, and you won't even know they're coming like at all, and then they'll appear and then they'll kill you, and it sucks. Oh, I actually hit him. Impressive. I'm proud of myself. Well, I think he ground himself. Well, that Omaha definitely grounded himself. So, I want to try and punish him for that. My goal as a cruiser is to try and provide suppressive fire, and in most hopes and most respects to try and punish. Cruisers are just an all-around. If you don't like how heavy battleships are, but you don't like how light destroyers are, if you're not a good carrier captain, that's not a problem. Carriers are a tough thing to learn. Hell, I'm piss poor with them. So nothing against you if you are a bad carrier pilot. It's not an easy thing. In a lot of respects, it's actually one of the hardest things in this game is to be a carrier pilot, because you're not only taking care of your ship, you're taking care of all these planes. And, and this Nicholas is opening up on me. He's actually starting to piss me off, because as little as his guns are, they're still guns. Guns are guns. And you learn that very fast in this game. Guns are guns. Guns will kill you. Same with torpedoes. Torpedoes are torpedoes. It don't matter if your friend shot them or if you shot them. Torpedoes are torpedoes. I know that's pretty self-explanatory, but I feel like people forget it a lot. You know, people forget the fact that torpedoes are not friends. They're never a friend. There's no such thing as a friendly torpedo. I harken back to a lot of other YouTubers and people, and just in general on the forums and everything else. By the way, the forums for this game, the support is fantastic. Go if you ever have any questions or any concerns, or just want to learn, or just have a good place. Go to the forums. Go to Reddit. You'll find a lot of good people that play this game. I suck. I don't know if you noticed, but I suck. I told you, I'm not good at this game. I'm not. I often overextend myself. I put myself in terrible situations. I'm fully aware of the fact that I'm not very good. And this Omaha keeps fucking shooting me. Oh my god. And that's the other thing too, is I get angry when I get angry at this game a lot too, because it gets annoying sometimes, the fact that I literally can't do anything, and he just keeps pelting me with high explosive shells from distances that I can't compete with, because the Kuma's only tier 4 and he's a tier 5, and no matter what, you know, the only thing that tiers don't really matter is destroyers, because some low tier destroyers are fantastic, while some of the higher tier destroyers are just shit. It's one of those things, you know, you find your mark. I am detected. I'm well aware that I'm detected. My fire got put out without me having to put it out. That's nice. But the Kuma's not a bad ship at all. The Kuma, I poorly represent it. It's a fantastic ship for tier 4. Its guns are bigger, I believe, than the Phoenix's. Yes, I believe they are. As a scout plane, it's got far better torpedoes, and I think it has a little bit, but like marginal, like very slim, more health. Plus, that fighter aircraft really can save your life sometimes. Trust me. I mean, I thought those might just you know, be nice to me. An arc maybe above the hill, whatever. Okay, that's an isokaze. Forgive my Japanese. Kuma is probably the easiest Japanese word I know, and that's just because it's like, it's not that tough to pronounce Kuma, but all these kazes that can get a little bit tough. If you want to tell me how to properly pronounce it, I'd appreciate that. Oh, got him. Okay, so I'm gonna just always be smart. Oh, and guess that there's. Oh, you should always assume there's torpedoes in the water when there's a destroyer around. Never not assume it. Yep, see, they're there. Those torpedoes, guess who fired them? That Isokaze. Yep, look how close they were. Actually, that one might hit me. Oh god, okay, good, it ran out of room. Yeah, but, you should, always assume that there's torpedoes in the water when there's a destroyer around, especially in that's the Furitaka. Okay, the Furitaka does look like a modern cruiser. I don't know what I was talking about with the Aoba. The Aoba looks like a cruiser, but the Furitaka really is, in my ideas, one of the first cruisers, where there's the first battleship, in my opinion, is the Miyogi fully upgraded, because it looks like a battleship, you know. The first destroyer, in my opinion, is your tier 5s. Most often, tier 5, tier 6 is when I think things actually start to take on a true form, instead of just being nothingness. Alright, I'm gonna try and let this Furitaka have it. His guns are bigger and far more dangerous than mine, so I'm probably being an idiot here, but I'm just gonna keep maneuvering and firing with limited. Although limited, my guns will do far more. See, that's the thing, though. Oh well, can't do anything about it. Unfortunately, that's just that's sometimes what happens. I got a kill out of this match. For all intents and purposes, was a good match. um, but yeah, let me go back to port and just go over some of my ships. Since it's my first video, I might as well. That was my introductory to my first video. If you can see what I'm doing with my hands right now, I'm a big hand talker. That's why I gotta get into that whole streaming thing. You can see my last match in the Wix. Didn't go so well. That's my loadout. So I've got this Weho. It's not even fully upgraded yet. Nowhere near. My Miyogi, which I know people don't like it, but I got a soft spot in my heart for that thing. My Wakatake, my walkie-talkie, which is pretty potent destroyer. My Gremyashi, which I love for grinding, but I love this thing even more. You'll be a bit upset at something here I'm about to show you though. The Phoenix, which I like, but I hate when there's no enemy carriers. Although enemy carriers are usually better than my teams. There's my Wix. I love that. This thing's pretty good. I just kind of suck sometimes. Is that thing has anti-aircraft, so there's no enemy carrier. I get a little sad. My St. Louis, which I've used for grinding, because I don't think I'll ever sell this thing. You might notice I don't have any American battleships besides the Arkansas Beta. And this thing doesn't even have a single anti-aircraft gun. Like, no one wants to run on the ship deck and shoot with a machine gun. That's fine, whatever, I understand. Anyways, this is just the Wyoming with no anti-air. But yes, you will notice that I do not have any American battleships. That is because I also don't have any American carriers. Well, that's because I've decided that I'm going to focus more on the Japanese line, and I'm just going to go up destroyers and cruisers for America, because I like their designs for their destroyers and cruisers, but I like Japan's battleships and carriers better, just because it's a personal thing. But I will always keep this thing around, just purely for the fact that it's probably my best grinding. I probably got my most free experience from this ship. It's just a great ship all around. I'm telling you, man. It can pump out lead, and it can take a little bit of a beating too. You just gotta hope there's no enemy aircraft carriers. If there is, find the nearest, anti-air boat and stick with it. Well, anyways, sorry for that terrible match, but what are you gonna do, Thank you for joining me. I will see you guys in the next episode.